Welcome back to the channel. We got a fun article for you today. I know my viewership is about 75% men. So we got one here that is furry warriors, 15 of the most decorated combat animals in history. So we got some combat animals as well as some furry friends. So let's get into this one. For as long as humans have been fighting wars, animals have been right there by your side. And while it's mostly people who are remembered in the history books for their bravery, animals have earned their medal too. So in honor of our animal friends who are not so willingly fought alongside us on the battlefield, here are 15 of the most beloved, decorated, and heroic animals in the history of combat. First on the list is Staff Sergeant Reckless. Staff Sergeant Reckless was a horse that made trips through dangerous no-man's lands to bring ammunition to soldiers. She once documented making 51 trips in one day by herself. She also carried wounded soldiers to safety. She is the most decorated American horse in history, having earned 2 Purple Hearts, Good Conduct Medal, Presidential Unit Citation with Star, National Defense Service Medal, Korean Service Medal, United Nations Service Medal, Navy Unit Commendation, and the Republic of Korea Presidential Unit Citation. Next on the list is Unsinkable Sam. Unsinkable Sam, a ship's cat who served on a German battleship, a British destroyer, and later on an aircraft carrier during World War II. He survived the sinking of all 3 ships by clinging on to the floating debris and died ashore in 1955. Next on the list is Chips. Chips was a shepherd husky mix that served during the 1943 invasion of Sicily. He directly helped capture 14 Italian soldiers and suffered a bullet wound, saving his handler. He served in 8 campaigns and was awarded many military honors. Next on the list is Warrior. Nicknamed the horse the Germans could not kill, Warrior was Captain Jack Seeley's ride during World War I. She survived the entire war, leading cavalry charges on the front lines throughout. Next on the list is Bamsey. Bamsey was a Norwegian freedom fighter during World War II who pulled an overboard sailor back to shore and once knocked a knife-wielding attacker into the sea. Next on the list is Rags. Rags was a mixed breed terrier who served for the U.S. 1st Infantry Division during World War I. He would deliver messages between command and the front lines and warn soldiers of incoming artillery and mustard gas attacks. He lived to be 20 years old. Next on the list is Judy. Judy was a liver and white pointer who served with the British Navy in World War II. When her ship was forced to ditch on a remote island, she dug up a fresh water supply, saving the lives of the ship's crew. She was given the Dickin Medal. Next on the list is Nemo. Despite being shot, Nemo held off Viet Cong soldiers long enough for his handler, Airman Bob Thornburg, to call reinforcements in 1966. Nemo survived and was given permanent retirement. Next on the list is Sefton. Sefton the horse survived taking an IRA bomb to the face and was later honored with a wing in the Royal Veterinary College. Next on the list is Cremeen Tom. Cremeen Tom led starving British and French troops to caches of food beneath the rubble of the Russian port town of Sevastopol during Crimean War. Next on the list is Treo. Treya was a Black Lab and Dickin Medal recipient who helped sniff out IEDs in Afghanistan. Next on the list is Sergeant Stubby. Sergeant Stubby is widely recognized as America's most decorated dog. In World War I, he barked to alert soldiers of surprise mustard gas and artillery attacks. He could differentiate between German and English-speaking soldiers to help find wounded men and even caught a German spy. He survived 17 battles, receiving many military honors, marched in the Victory Parade, and met 3 presidents. Up next is Corporal Wojtek. Corporal Wojtek was the name given to a bear cub discovered by Polish soldiers during World War II. He became an official mascot of the company, was officially enlisted to help with travel logistics, and even caught a German spy. He also willingly helped pull artillery pieces. Next on the list is Tirpitz. Tirpitz was a mascot of the HMS Glasgow during the First World War. She had originally served on the German ship SMS Dresden, but survived that ship sinking when the rest of its crew deserted. She was rescued by the Scottish soldiers and awarded for her bravery. Unfortunately, she was auctioned off for pork to help fund the war effort. And the final furry warrior on today's list is Gustav. Gustav was the RAF carrier pigeon who flew more than 150 miles in 5 hours to deliver the message that the D-Day landings were underway and a success. There you have it, furry warriors, 15 of the most decorated combat animals in history. Pretty interesting stuff. If you enjoyed this article, be sure to hit that like button, hit that big thumbs up like button to get this out in front of a few more eyes. And if you really enjoy this sort of content, consider subscribing to the channel.